Hello, it is Monday. You are not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. Today, on the 15th of December, I don't feel pregnant. And I don't mean like in a negative way. I just mean I'm not getting punched in the face by symptoms. I got up late this morning, later than I'd have liked. Quite annoyed by that actually. And ended up training late. The session was garbage as a result. Like, not garbage as in the quality of it. It was just very, very short, and I would have liked a lot longer in there. Did 10 minutes of cardio. Just neither here nor there, really. My digestion today, yeah, I'm going to go straight out. We're less than a minute in, I'm going to tell you about my poo, is a dream today. I've done so many poos, but not like diarrhoea. I don't know whether I've turned the second trimester corner, but maybe I have. We had a very nice weekend celebrating Christmas with Andy's family, and it was very chill. I did not do all my steps. I didn't do any cardio. I'm not going to give myself a hard time for it, because this time last year, when I was on prep over Christmas, I was feeling shit about having to go out and get steps on a day where it's all about family. And, you know, I felt like, God, I hope they don't feel like going for a walk is more important than spending time with them, and blah, 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 blah. And it just felt a bit shit. But we had a nice weekend. I didn't track a single thing. I'm sure there was no ridiculous damage done, because it would take so much more than that. But back on it today, and already 80 grams of protein down, so it's just not as hard today. But I don't want to jinx it either. It's 2 p.m. I've got a meeting in 4 minutes. I've got a few more meetings in general. And then I'm going to try and leave ever so slightly early, because I haven't taken myself on a lunch break. But I am going to do some secret Christmas business and get some stuff done and finish off my steps. But I am feeling quite good about everything. Who's this? I can't explain how much I look like an absolute toe, and I've just ran around Lincoln trying to get some last minute Christmas presents sorted for other people. Mine are all done, but I was just picking things up. Secret, obviously. And I was thinking, like, this week, as I'm into the second trimester, so I'm 13 weeks and 5 days, I think, today. I'm always turning a new week on a Thursday, which is quite good for check-in day, to be honest. Like, keeps things tidy. My metabolic rate and the calories that I will burn should start to go up now as the baby develops. But I'm feeling less and less hungry so far. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But my kind of daily calorie burn should increase to about 300 extra, I think. Between 300 and 450, it depends. With an athlete, it tends to be more, because your metabolic rate is already higher. So I reckon I've got about 700 calories to play with for my evening meal. It's not bad going, is it? And I think I've had about 100 grams of protein today. So I'm going to have some fish cakes. I'm trying to be inventive on how I get my sources of fish in, rather than just sticking to tuna. But plain fish seems to be triggering. It's very difficult to juggle at the minute. I've had a very nauseous day towards the end of the day, but I'm starting to get things in as safe that seem to be like chicken skewers and cocktail sausages, to just try and get little bits in as and when and boost that a little. But my carb sources are pretty straightforward. They are pasta, rice cakes, wraps, whilst I'm not on my plan, I'm not doing too bad. It's almost like I've formed my own different plan through foods that still easily digest. Like bagels are still in there. I'm still having a pre-workout bagel. I seem to have fallen back into more of a bodybuilding structure, if you like, because it just digests well. That's why we use those sauces. It is Tuesday. It's not the morning, it's the fucking afternoon. Because I have been in a funk. Do you know what? I find it so hard to vlog at the moment because I'm just moaning. And I hate that. I would hate that. I won't watch that shit. But I'm having another sicky day. Come back. I thought I was turning a corner. Nah. But it's not difficult to get protein sources in. I just feel sick. But it's not enough to put me off food, which is good. Just trying to get some steps in, break the day up a little bit. Life isn't very exciting this week. I trained quads and delts this morning. I struggle with that session, you know. It makes me so breathless. And then I'm already breathless, and it makes me so breathless. And it's just a hard one to get through, but I'm trying my best. Trying my best. All I need to really do is maintain as much muscle as possible throughout this pregnancy, and at this point I'll be happy with that. Like, I thought I might be one of the small percentage of people that grows. I don't think so. Maintaining is all I can do. I'm back home, and I remembered a positive thing. Instead of me just moaning. We found out today that the baby is completely fine as far as Down syndrome, Edwards syndrome and Patau syndrome testing goes. So our chances of the baby having any one of those, or more than one of those, is 1 in 5,000. And that's how they communicated it as well, which I found quite strange, because in terms of them giving me odds and stuff, I don't know whether that's good or not. But apparently the boundaries are that if it was 1 in 300 or less, or if it was 1 in 150, that would be a positive result, and they'd invite us in for NIPT testing, which is the non-invasive testing, to check on that. But we are not eligible for the NIP testing because our chances are on the lower side, which is a great thing. So we've had that through today. We're actually finding out the flavour next week, I think. Is it next week or the week after? Fuck me, it's next Sunday. Put your guesses. What flavour? Andy thinks boy. I keep telling myself it's a boy because everything keeps telling me that I think it's a girl. So I'm telling myself it's a boy. Not long to wait. Look that I just got from the lady in B&M buying these. She's like, oh, someone like these? Yeah. Have you not had one? If you'd have had one, you would also be acting like you've had crack. I'm just getting the rest of my steps in whilst also dropping off my boohoo return. When I tell you it was so shit, I've kept a couple of bits out of just necessity and needing something comfy, but the quality is, I don't think I even remember it being that bad when I was a student. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know, but either way, it's pretty fucking poor. So I'll stick to my plan of hoping that I get some H&M gift vouchers for Christmas and using those for some maternity bits. I'm probably just getting the rest off Vinted, sizing up, because honestly, I'm looking at so much of the maternity wear and just being like, ew. Across all brands, all of them, just horrid. Oh my god, I look as tired as I feel, which is great. I've been up since 5 because I needed to be at work for something, for an exercise that started at 8. So it's been a rest day, as my Wednesdays usually are. And it's been a very, very busy day. I then had to go over to the sister site. I didn't have a lunch break, so I'm taking some time back tomorrow. I also feel so ill. Like, I took my lanyard off in the car, and to pull my lanyard off, like, it hurt my neck. I feel like I've been shivering today, like all of my sinuses feel like they're just full. My throat hurts, and I'm not going to get upset. It achieves nothing. But it's a lot, and I don't want to be ill again. Not before Christmas. I just want to have a nice fucking Christmas. Also went into the office today, and I was wearing a tighter jumper, which is a maternity jumper, and it says Santa Baby on it. It says Santa Baby on it, and it's the babe's on my bump, which I keep saying isn't a bump because I've looked like this for 6 months now. I just look bloated to me. Maybe it is a bump. It doesn't feel like one. It doesn't look like one to me. Maybe I'll start to acknowledge it as one later down the line, but at the minute I don't. 3 people, bearing in mind my workplace is so like, you've got to be really fucking careful. Don't talk to people like that. Don't say that. You know, they're really hot on inclusion and diversity and equality, and you know, everybody is up to date on what to do, what not to do. 3 people greeted me today by touching my stomach. I fucking hated it. I was like, and I stopped in my tracks and was just like, what are you doing? People are very excited for me, but at the minute I don't have the energy to reciprocate it. I also just think it's so rude to just touch someone without asking. Like, that is something between Andy and I just felt really fucking weird. If it was like a best mate or something, it wouldn't have been weird to me at all, but a colleague and people that I don't know that well, it was weird. Someone also said to me, you won't believe this, it's nice to see you a bit fat. Makes me feel better. That's what they said. So it's not been the best day. I'm going to have an early night tonight. It's about 7:30 now. Feed Maggie in about half an hour and go to fucking bed. Maybe have a shower and wash my hair so that I feel a little bit more alive. But I feel extremely run down today. Such is life. I think because I've looked like this so much over the last 6 months, I don't consider this a bump. And I'm not full here, it's just here. My bum and my legs have got a lot fatter in the last couple of weeks and I hate it. My up has still looked a lot worse in an off season. Hello, it's Thursday. As you can see, I did my check-in this morning. I am sitting around 83 kilos. How do I feel about that? I don't like my shape at the minute. I just don't. However, I've had a good talking to today because I am being very hard on myself in what I'm able to achieve at the moment, and it kind of is what it is. It's funny how your body fat distributes at a time like this when it's not necessarily normal, but I am holding so much on my bum and legs, and that mum bum I think is just going to come through. And I think I feel worse about it because I've just not been able to just perform to my full capacity at the moment while I've felt so poorly. But I'm hoping that over the weekend I might turn a bit of a corner. Still feeling pretty ill today, and I'm supposed to be hosting Friendsmas this weekend, and I hate that I think it, but I just don't think it's the best idea. Mentally, I need nothing more than to see some of my best friends. Physically, I need to not, and I also need to not give it to them. It's the week before Christmas, but yeah, my throat is still very scratchy. My neck doesn't, like, nothing hurts as bad as it did yesterday, but it's just, it's lingering. I wore some maternity jeans today for the first time. These are practically, oh god, my boobs look huge. These are one of the only things that I kept from my boohoo order. And do you know what? I think they cost either 10 or 13 quid. I just think everybody should own a pair. Get them in for Christmas. Just so that you can eat more roast potatoes, do you know what I mean? I'm just cooking some dinner. I did tell Amy today that I'm basically sticking to the same meals, which I am. And I've practically formulated my own meal plan. It's just not what I was having before, but it's still hitting what I need it to. So she's been quite intrigued by that. I'm going to send her through what that has looked like today, yesterday, the last training day that I had, so that she can see it. And I know there's probably people that are thinking it, because I myself have thought it a couple of times. Why am I still being coached when I can't build in the same way that I would in your average off season? So much of this is for my head. Over the last couple of days, so I only imagine it's going to get worse as I become a mum. God, I just haven't felt like myself. I feel like I'm losing me. The more ill I get, the more unable to do the things that I want to do for myself. Even if it's going out for a walk, like, that really, really upsets me at this point in time, because the one thing that I wanted for this pregnancy was to maintain training and energy output as far as possible. So I wanted to be able to go for a walk without feeling shit. And illness after illness is really impacting me mentally. But then, you know, she gave me a bit of a head wobble and was saying, you know, there's people in your position that, you know, the average gym goer, not a bodybuilder, that would be doing so much less. And it kind of made me feel a little bit better. But to me, it just still doesn't feel good enough. I'm hoping that with a bit of rest over Christmas and stuff, and hopefully going further into the second trimester, it might start to improve a little. And tomorrow is my last day at work. I'm thrilled about it. Even just having a bit more time to spend on myself will be nice. I can't remember the last time I washed my hair. Food has been going in much easier. Protein is easier to hit. Protein sources are not making me feel gross and sick. And these are some of the things that Amy picked up on in my check-in, which are actually hugely positive. But I think because I'm just so in my head, I didn't see it that way. Right, I'm going to eat my chicken mash. Chicken mash, broccoli and mushrooms, because that's what I fancy. Good morning. It's actually Saturday, and I did something that I haven't done for a long time. Yesterday I couldn't even pick up the camera. I slept on the sofa Thursday night into Friday. It's the only place I could get comfortable. I felt relatively okay in the morning, trained pulling hams, nosedived throughout the day. Thankfully managed to get all the stuff done that I needed to at work. Dragged myself onto the sofa and fell asleep. I didn't do half the steps I needed to yesterday. I think I was under 4,000 for the day, but I've just been so ill. I've had to cancel Friendsmas, which I'm pissed about because I really needed that, but I spent the entire night coughing and spluttering and coughing until I was sick. It's so bad, and I just can't do anything about it. Like, I can't do anything about it. Stupidly, I've popped into town on the fucking Saturday before Christmas to just grab some bits for me. I won't be in here a long time. I just wanted to try and find some pants that fit, because my pants are starting to cut into me on my tummy. They fit everywhere else, but they're starting to, and then they're riding up my arse because they're just not fitting me properly. You know what you don't need when you feel like this? Something up your anus. So I'm going to get some of those. I'm going to have a little pot around H&M, although I don't think they stock the maternity range in store. I'm going to go to Boots and grab myself some tan, because tanning cheers me up always. Then I'm going to go and pick up Andy's last Christmas present and probably wrap them today, because he's gone out with a mate because I was kicking him out for Friendsmas, so he's still done that. So at least the poor man will get a good night's sleep tonight. So good for him. I'm feeling very sorry for myself today. This is not how I wanted the weekend to turn out, and I'm getting pretty fed up with everything, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go and get a coffee. Fucking car wouldn't start yesterday either. Like last night when I just wanted to run some errands and do my last bits of the night, the car wouldn't start, and it was almost like life was telling me to just fucking lie down. But it's fine now, I've sorted it. I'm exhausted. I've not done anything. All of these illnesses are just really starting to take their toll now, and yeah, it's quite worrying, but I'm assured that the baby's fine, so it's just me that's not. Right, let's go and see what Lincoln the Saturday before Christmas has to offer me. God, what a fucking idiot. I've just bumped into so many people. When I was getting ready this morning, I couldn't be fucking arsed, and like, it shows. I was like, you should probably put some makeup on today, and I was like, no, I feel like shit, I'm not going to. I'm not even wearing a bra. I've just bumped into one of my best friends that's home for Christmas, which was great, but everyone that I have ever dated, I swear to God, all of them, there's a lot, all of them. Oh my God. All of them. And like, I'm buying ugly pants. Like, another thing that annoyed me today, like, cool, that's what you want to be buying when you see everyone from fucking Christmas past. A gripe about maternity wear, it's ugly as fuck, we know that. My second gripe is it's not available to buy in any stores. Like, I get it, small demographic, it's taking up shop floor space for people that, you know, a minority of the British public, but I've never wanted to like feel anything or see anything and stretch something more before I buy it in my life, and I can't do it because nowhere stocks it. M&S, no, they sell nursing bras, that's about it. You can't get their like over the bump pants. H&M, I actually picked up some H&M mama tights today, and I'm pretty sure they're a return because I would never be able to have picked them up before. They're 20 denier as well, which is denier, whatever. They're only 20, which is thinner than I would have liked, but I was desperate and I just picked them up. I will get some thicker ones in time. I'll probably get them online once I know how they fit, and I'll just take one for the team with them. But yeah, fuck me. Did get some absolute bars from Boots though. Whilst I was in there, was very impressed at this. I have just bought about 4 or 5 made by Mitchell ink liners, the graph ink liners. They're fucking fantastic, and they were down to £3 for loads of like weird and wonderful shades. I'll give it that. They're like lilac, Candyman, milk, which is white. I did pick up a black one, so it's not all weird and wonderful, but they're vibrant colours. But they do work just as like a wing on absolutely nothing else. They're quite striking, or they could work with show makeup and stuff. So I picked up a load of those while they were £3, so that was good and worth my utter internal turmoil whilst I was seeing everyone that I've ever fucking spoken to or flirted with in my life. I'm nipping to Currys now to pick up Andy's last present, probably Home Sense, to get some more wrapping stuff, and then that's probably how I'll spend my afternoon. I've got a good chunk of steps in, about 5,000. I'm not going to go crazy trying to get in the ones that I missed yesterday, because that would just kill me. Is that my actual ex-boyfriend? Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't move. Don't move. What is happening today? What is happening? Where are these people coming from? I know I shouldn't have got out of bed. Do you know when you have those days? I know I shouldn't have got out of bed, but here I am. Let's finish this off so that I can just go and die in peace. Oh, and I'm pretty sure a gypsy put a curse on me because I wouldn't buy a wooden rose. So I've got a lot going for me at the moment. God, these updates are just getting worse and worse. But it is Sunday, and I was up very late last night on the phone to 111 because I was coughing to the point where I was sick. I was coughing to the point where I couldn't get a breath in. And I just thought, fuck this is not a cold. Like, I need someone to just have a look at me. And so they asked me to go to an urgent treatment centre, and I said I can't, and I couldn't. I was on my own, and I'd already kind of sent Andy to a friend's house because it was going to be Friendsmas, and I was having the girls over, and I didn't want him to cancel, so he still went, and I don't begrudge him for that. I still would have wanted him to go. But they did say that they'd be getting a nurse to give me a call back. I'm still waiting for that, and it's, what, 4 o'clock the day after? I'm going to go to the GP tomorrow and kind of not demand to be seen, but they can't just keep prescribing me shit. I feel like someone needs to like listen to my chest or take my temperature or something to actually tell me what is going on. I just don't feel like getting this ill this frequently can be okay. Maybe it is, and people just don't talk about it, but like, I'm not sleeping, and it's just doing me in. But yeah, I'm over it. I did my nails last night, and I've lost 2 already. For some reason, extensions just do not want to stay on my nails at the moment. I don't know whether it's a hormonal thing. So I'm going to replace them, and I'm probably going to do more of this because I just feel like I need to try and rest rather than push myself. Andy's gone out and walked Maggie. He's home now. I just don't want to be in the cold. When it catches me in the chest, I just cannot stop. I just want to be better for Christmas. Yeah, that's it. That's the Sunday update. How grim. Things took a turn. More antibiotics for me.